Welcome to a game that I believe is very overlooked. It's called Thomas Was Alone, and it is just marvelous. So, now, audio won't be recorded from in the game, so you can read this. It's pretty cool. Just little, things, how this game was made. And, so yeah. This is the game. Thomas was alone. He was like, wow, what a weird thought. Just jump around is pretty simple. So you know what? This is Thomas.
Thomas decided to start.
And he was like, I'm gonna do this stuff. I'm gonna observe it. So he started doing it. One, the whole he's alone. Two, the portals were somewhere and they were like buses, so they gave him. And then three, he was really good at falling and he just fell all over the place. Alright, so I'm just gonna paraphrase these whole sentences. And, well, alright, interesting. He couldn't fall past it, so we got a jump. It was pretty cool. He got an invert jump. So there was a big jump. He was like, boom, I can't make it. Oh, I didn't make it. Oh, but he was like, wait, maybe if I, run. It didn't want him to fail. He just had to go. He did. He went, and he made it proud. And then he was like, oh, I'm gonna go for a swim. And he was like, dive, and it was like, kill. And then it was like, what? And so it was like, oh man, I gotta try again. It seemed a bit dangerous. The world was not trusted. It was like unstable, and it was like it's gonna just fall on him any moment. And he was like, no, I can't have this. And he was like, are these taking me somewhere? Are these buses things that you get in the doors? Are they really going somewhere?
Might have been paranoia.
And then he was like, it was paranoia, but Thomas was like, the world, it was getting complicated, and he was like, wow, I'm getting older. And then it was like, he just can't do it. It was always one step ahead. It was like Venom and Spider-Man. Venom always had the cool stuff.
He wondered why. Was the world testing him?
It was like, is the test chambers from Aperture Science? Then it was like, oh, 0.8. It was the boiling, toxic, glowy water. It was like, wow, this is intimidating.
He didn't like it.
He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to swim in it. He was like, nope, that stuff is bad. It's like when my mom makes Kraft dinner. Not very good. And then it was like, dude, this is like Cube Experimental. Only Fallout 3 players would understand that reference. You're welcome, Fallout 3 fans. Welcome. Oh, and then he was like, wow, I fell. And then he was like, dude, I fell again. And he was like, oh! That was all accident. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. Are you serious? Alright, you know what? You know what? Be right back. Alright, so we're here. We're at the end of the level. I totally did that. Totally, I'm just amazing. This Thomas guy, he was like, there's a new theory. The world was training him to get better. It was like a boot camp. He was like, I just gotta get skilled. I'm a skilled jumper. It was like, boom, trampolines, you know? Just bringing you up. It was like, boom, I do this every day. I'm just a jumper. I'm just a jumping man. I'm like, V. So I do it. I'm just bouncing all around. I'm like that guy from the Four Squares. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick Star, just run all around. I'm a champion at my own skill. So now we meet. We meet a man by the name of Christopher. Pause here if you want to read this. This is Christopher. We're gonna end the video here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, comment, rate, and subscribe. See you next time. Hopefully Brett uploaded a video this time.